Here we go. Hey, I'm meteorologist Ben Peine. It's Ben at 10, and we're going to talk about weather here in southern Indiana and in Kentucky, throughout Metro Louisville and beyond. We've got, Big Happy in the house this morning. So cheers to you for those popping on first this morning or watching the replay. Maybe it's good afternoon. Maybe it's good evening to you. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for dropping in the comments, saying hello, letting us know where you're watching from. I love to see that representation of the towns across the area. We might need a big frowny instead of a big happy soon with this weather pattern that we've been in. If you're not a fan of cold weather, you're not going to like the 7-day forecast. We've got some rain that's on the way overnight tonight, tomorrow morning. It's going to be windy. It's going to be breezy today, and I'll call it windy tomorrow. Some wind gusts around 35 miles per hour for our Wednesday. And then after that cold front moves through, we're looking at some snow flurries tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. A little light snow chance for Thursday night into early Friday morning. Maybe another wintry mix for Saturday night. Plenty to talk about, as always. And if you have any weather questions or you just want to talk about whatever, feel free, again, to put it in the comments. And, again, let us know where you're watching from. What a sunrise this morning. We've got some of your sunrise photos, including you, Orlean Whitlow. That was a nice one outside of your front door. And outside of our front door here in the Extol Media Studios, it is sunshine. Look at that. The rare orb of sun we're seeing across the area. It'll be partly cloudy and then probably mostly cloudy a bit later today as that system approaches our area. But hey, smoke them while you got them, as they say. Enjoy some of that sunshine out there right now. All right, we're checking in on a couple comments popping in. We got Beverly Hagest with a good morning from Borden, Indiana. Good morning, Beverly. And Dennis Gregory popping in from sunny Bedford. I'm glad we're seeing the comments pop in because this program we use here to stream was not doing a good job of that yesterday. So I'll keep an eye on the comments. But Dennis says, sunny Bedford, hallelujah. Southwest breeze blowing in the warmer temperatures. Yes, so it was 20s early this morning, and we'll make it into the 40s this afternoon. One of our warmest days of the month so far. And Orlean Whitlow, wasn't that a beautiful sunrise? 29 degrees there in Hodgenville. I think you'll have a mix of sun and some clouds off and on for today. And Gail Lemons from Sellersburg with good morning and a little Christmas tree emoji there as well. And let's talk about it. There's a look at the quiet weather that we have across the area and the clearing as well. Notice southern Indiana in the sunshine with a little leftover cloud cover over parts of Kentucky. Now, as we bring up the beautiful photos here, take a look. Thank you for sending these to me, sharing them on my Facebook page while we wait for them to pop up. There we go. Look at that. This is from Michaela Howard from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. I mean, just the perfect amount of underglow with the red and pink sky there this morning. And then here's Orlean Whitlow's picture. Thank you, Orlean, from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Looking awesome there. Another beautiful shot here from Mary Dale in Pekin, Indiana. And then we've got Robert Fisher with another beautiful view there in Madison, Indiana. Oh, some of these were shared to our Indiana Skies page on Facebook. So just search Indiana Skies. It's a group. Feel free to put in any sky photos right there. But again, what a gorgeous start to the day. If you're new to the program, we like to give you the forecast, current conditions right off the bat. We will take a longer look at the forecast with weather jokes, weather history, or weather countdown, all that fun stuff. And at any time you want to get out the door and you want to see the 7-day, feel free to just let me know. I can always backtrack and give you a forecast if I'm just rambling on. And then we'll dig into the weather model data. We'll look ahead to tracking some of the rain and snow chances that we have for the rest of this week with the weather model data. Here's your weather headlines. Normal temperatures today. That means mid to upper 40s, some sunshine, some southwest winds, some gusts today around 20 to 25. So we'll be a bit breezy today, but we'll call tomorrow windy, a windy Wednesday. Some of the wind gusts around 30 to 35 miles per hour tomorrow, all ahead of a front that'll be moving through. And then we're looking at some light rain chances for late tonight and into tomorrow morning. And then a chance for some snow flurries tomorrow night, a light snow chance for Thursday. And I want to show you the setup here with the radar and satellite, and why it's going to be windy. And it all has to do with strong low pressure, strong high pressure, and we are in the middle. So you got low pressure here, we've got high pressure here, and high pressure flows out and around. So it's coming in from the southwest for us today, and air flows into in a counterclockwise fashion to low pressure. But anyway, in the middle, these are the isobars, the lines of equal air pressure, and they are tightly packed. You can see the lines are pretty close together, and that is a tight pressure gradient. And so you're going to get some strong winds. We're kind of squeezing the air together between high and low pressure. So today and tomorrow, it is going to be windy as we are between a couple of strong areas of high and low pressure. So that's the windy weather explainer right there for us for today. All right, let me get that out of the way. And we got a couple more comments popping in before we really start to hammer away at that forecast. We got Tim Furnish from Madison, cold and breezy, touch of frost on the windshield. Thanks for that morning weather report. Amber Terry with a good morning. Thanks for popping in the comments. And Lillian Lasley got up with 28 degrees in the backyard, now at 30 degrees. It is a chilly start to the day, no doubt about that. Again, we've had so today's Tuesday, maybe a week and a half now, we've had the wood stove going nonstop, and we are cruising through some wood, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get a mild spell where we can put an end to the wood stove for a little while. All right, let's check out some things here as we roll ahead. And let me backtrack just a second. And I also want to remind you guys that there are some cool things happening in the community. We've got the NWSB food drive that continues until the 15th. So any NWSB location, they are collecting for REACH, a food program for kids. So canned goods, non-perishable items, snacks, dry cereals. You don't have to be a member of the branch. Just head to any local branch and help out that way. And for a couple more days till the 12th, a few more days, I guess, they've got the Angel Tree at Sellersburg campus of Ivy Tech, the Ivy Tech Sellersburg campus. So that's right there at Highway 311 and I-65. You grab one of those tags, and you'll be helping a child of a student at Ivy Tech. So some ways to help out the community right there. So that is awesome that they're doing that. Okay, let's bring up to the stage here. Let me get rid of that and bring up this. Looking at some current conditions across the area. So here is our live weather show happening right now on extolmag.com/weather. That is EXTOLMAG. Bookmark the page. It's got your local current conditions, winds, wind chill at 22. 22 is what it feels like, with a wind gust at 16. Some of the wind gusts today around 20 to 25. So on the right side, you can see these tabs. It's got your daily weather forecast and your hourly forecast here, as it's putting us up into the mid 40s for this afternoon. My 7-day forecast that I posted before the show, and the brand new weather story that I posted before the show. By the way, I'm spicing up the weather story a little bit nowadays as we wait for this guy to load here, because I've dropped in again the weather jokes, the weather history. You can see a lot of the different weather maps here. So kind of your weather blog, your daily weather blog right there, if you want a longer look and really nerd out on our local weather. Some more maps, regional maps, and this is my favorite. It is the interactive map. Upper right-hand corner, you've got a yellow circle that brings up all these different tabs. And look at that clearing here with the satellite as we zoom in. Southern Indiana in the sunshine, western Kentucky, some sun. Still some lingering clouds along and south of the Ohio River. But there's dozens of layers that you can play with right there. Here's the temperature layer showing our temps starting to move up to around freezing. With this layer, you also have the wind layer. So you can see that south breeze. That south breeze is going to help us warm up today back to normal temperatures. But you can see the temps and the winds across the globe. It is crazy. And these temperatures here, minus 46 in Dawson City, Canada. It could be worse, my friends. That is the heart of the cold air there. Really cold over Greenland, Canada, Alaska, and Siberia. And we're just kind of on the chilly side compared to that, for sure. So again, a lot of fun resources there at extolmag.com/weather. Here is a look at some seagulls. It looks like flying there above the falls of the Ohio. Looks like somebody might be out there fishing as well. But again, good to see some of that sunshine. There it is. There is the elusive sunshine for Southern Indiana and Kentucky. Finally seeing some of that sunshine. John Fox with a good morning. Thanks for popping in, my friend. And this view here is live with the Falls of the Ohio Foundation, CAM, fallsoftheohio.org. Hey, real quick, I want to thank our partners here with Ben at 10 and Extol Weather, Extol Media, Lyons Roofing, LYONS. If you have any issues on either side of the river, they've got you covered. 812-294-3595. Free estimates here online. You can learn more about their commercial services, residential, financial help. You can learn more about their company, how it started, where they're at, and you can go to Facebook and you can see a lot of the drone photos of all their recent projects. So give them a shout if you need some help with your roofing or your gutters. They've got a careers section where they've got a roofing repair technician job opening as they are expanding, and they've certainly been busy all year long. Today is also Tuesdays at the Tech. I was just talking about the Angel Tree program at the Sellersburg campus of Ivy Tech. You belong here, and what does Tuesdays at the Tech mean? You can get one-on-one help with registering for classes and checking out the campus, how to pay for it, career coaching, and anything you want to ask. You can schedule a visit right there and learn a whole lot more. So again, powering the workforce here in Southern Indiana. It is the Sellersburg campus. And there's so many resources here that you can see online. You can click on the Ivy Experience, and it'll kind of take you through the tour as well. But definitely sign up for Tuesdays at the Tech if you're interested in that. Make sure your high schoolers are checking into dual credit, free college credits through Ivy Tech, your high school, and perhaps Prosser or a program like that. Shout out to my buddy Michael Long as well, reducing our prices recently for our monthly insurance payments. He might be able to do that for you too. Tell him that I sent you if you want to get a quote for your insurance, 812-578-3072, or you can go to amfam.com and search Michael Long. So very cool. Again, thanks to all of our partners. So let's get into the forecast here, my friends, here at 10:12. Boy, it's nice to see that sunshine. I even see the sun reflecting off one of the windows across the street here, and good thing to see. And if you missed it just a second ago, look at the sunrise that we had this morning. So that from Michaela Howard from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, Orlean Whitlow, you guys know her from Hodgenville, Mary Dale in Pekin, Indiana, and Robert Fisher in Madison, Indiana. So again, the weather headlines today for your December the 9th. Normal temperatures today and tomorrow is where the 40s. It'll be breezy today, some wind gusts around 20, 25. Windy tomorrow, some wind gusts around 30 to 35. Light rain moves in tonight into tomorrow morning. That could switch to a period of some snow flurries tomorrow night. We might have a light snow chance moving back in for Thursday night, and then Saturday night, a lot of nighttime little events. For Saturday night, could see a little wintry mix as well. Let's get into your stupid weather jokes of the day. What did the icy road say to the car? Want to go for a spin? I've had that happen to me before. Knock, knock. Who's there? Icy. Icy who? I see you. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. There you go. Your free weather jokes of the day. And a cheers to Perry Porter popping in the comments this morning. Oh, that's not good. Bad wreck on East Water Street in Borden. They're on Highway 60 backing up traffic. No joy there with that. Wonder if that pops up here on the Indiana 511 traffic page. Just curious. I don't know if this accident's still going on or not, but okay, yeah. So there we've got it. Let me get rid of this and bring this up. So we got you linked up here to 511in.org. So there's that backup there through Borden, Indiana, with that accident reported there. Are there? Yeah, you can see the different layers and things here as well. Looks like we got a hiccup on 264 approaching 71 as well. Looks like they've got a backup in that location too. So just looking at a little bit of traffic here, a little detour on the program, thanks to Perry Porter's comment there. All right, so we're moving right along. We've got, Orly says that's a good joke today, but cold. Beverly Haggis loving the jokes. Lillian Lasley loving the jokes. And Beverly checking on that accident there in Borden, Indiana. All right, our countdown, 12 days until winter begins, the winter solstice, when the sun's direct rays are way down over the southern hemisphere on our shortest day of the year. 16 days until Christmas, 89 until the time change. That's March 8th, and 101 days until springtime. Here's your weather history for today. 1917. Do you guys remember this? The Ohio Valley blizzard. A blizzard swept through the Ohio Valley. Louisville reported 16 inches of snow on the 8th and the 9th, and winds to 49 miles per hour. Temperatures dipped to -6. In fact, that same day in 1917, Louisville set a record cold low of, 6 below, but also a record cold high temperature of just 10 for the high temperature on that day. 1934, the NFL sneakers game, Frozen Field at Polo Grounds for the second NFL championship. Giants switched to sneakers in the fourth quarter to beat the Bears 30-13. And then in 2003, a rare December subtropical storm Peter formed, first time since 1887. The two tropical systems formed in the Atlantic Basin in December. There's your weather history for today. Your forecast for today. We're looking at 45 degrees, our high temperature. Some areas might be a tad warmer than that. They get maybe a little more sunshine. South wind at around 10 to 20. So a breezy day, and our sunset at 5:22. We are enjoying our earliest sunsets of the year through the 12th. And then after that, our sunsets get a little bit later. And Beverly updating us on that accident with Borden's Fire Department. The accident happened at 9 o'clock, a little after 9 this morning. Hopefully we'll get that cleared and everybody's all right. Tonight's forecast, some light rain develops, a low of 40 degrees. So finally, not a cold night. That's pretty warm for this time of the year. And the winds will pick up overnight. South winds at around 15 to 30. The light rain will continue tomorrow morning. I think it looks a little drier tomorrow afternoon. We'll go high of 47. And then temperatures will drop later in the afternoon as the cold front moves through. And again, some wind gusts tomorrow around 30 to 35. And then we could switch to a period of some flurries tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. I don't think we'll really have any impacts from those flurries. Just to give you some perspective, our normal high is 49. You can see that in the bottom left-hand corner. And so we're a little bit closer to normal here today and tomorrow before we go back below normal for the rest of this week. 36, your high temperature for Thursday. It looks dry Thursday during the day. And then Thursday night into early Friday morning, it looks like a period of some snow will be moving through. I'm going to draw that out here in a second because that looks like it will impact the northeastern half of our area and then not the southwestern half of our area. It could be some minor accumulations with that early Friday morning. And then a lot of Friday ends up dry. 42 for Friday in cold weather this weekend. Now, it doesn't look as cold for Saturday. Looks pretty cold for Sunday. So 35 Saturday. A wintry mix could move through the area Saturday night. And we drop to 18 Saturday night. 26, the high temperature on Sunday. And 16 Sunday night. And then 36 Monday, 40 Tuesday. It looks like we talked about yesterday, there could be some minor warm-ups followed by sharp cold spells as well. So we'll look ahead as we get closer to Christmas time with the long-range GFS weather model and see what fun stuff it has to throw at us as we get closer to that time period. But it is now time to bring up those weather models that since we got past the 7-day forecast. And so let me get rid of some things. Clear up some stuff, and we'll bring it up. We'll bring up the weather graphics here. Okay, so quiet weather around the region. I talked earlier that we have a tight pressure gradient. These lines of equal air pressure are very close together, so we have some breezy conditions today and tomorrow. I'm going to go into our future radar and plan out the rain on the way first and then the snow. So first rain and then snow chances. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the NAM 3 kilometer. The reflectivity here, and we're just going to jump ahead to later on tonight. So today is dry. I'll just go to like 9 p.m. This evening, and there you can see some of that rain, that light rain starting to pop into the picture here. Go to around 11 p.m. tonight, and there you can see that rain Still mainly off to the north as we approach midnight tonight. It is just going to be a light rain, just kind of a nuisance. Let me go to around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So you're out the door weather here for your Wednesday morning commute, and it just looks like wet, cold rain. You know that's my least favorite. Around 40 degrees and wet tomorrow morning. Now, as we jump ahead to around noon tomorrow, that batch of light rain, it looks like it'll start to spread to the east and taper off a little bit, but there you can still see some light rain showers around midday tomorrow. Heading into tomorrow afternoon, cold fronts moving through. It's going to be windy at the same time. There you can see steady rain starting to move off to the east. Now, the cold air is starting to drop in at this time, and that could give us a switch over to a period of some flurries. So this is a look at the temperatures tomorrow afternoon. Our warmest temperatures will likely be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, behind the front, the temperatures start to drop off. Look at that, below freezing up in central Indiana, and our temperature is starting to drop into the 30s late tomorrow afternoon. So that means it's going to start to get cold enough that we could have that switch over to some snow flurries. So let's go to precip type. Back up our view a little bit here and go into tomorrow evening. It even shows by tomorrow afternoon we could have some flurries flying behind that front. So I'm going to go to, so let's say 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. And while that loads up, one more sip. Showing a little better chance of some snow out to our east. We're kind of on the western fringes of it. If you look closely, you can see a little bit of white there showing up. That indicates the potential for some flurries tomorrow night. Not a big deal with that. It's not going to cause any problems. But just another little snow chance for us. This also shows this cold flow behind the front and some flurries with that. So little bit of snowflake activity here for tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Maybe as soon as late tomorrow afternoon, we could have a few flurries flying. Again, warmest tomorrow morning in the 40s and then dropping in the 30s tomorrow afternoon as a cold front moves through the region. Okay, now we're going to swap out and go to the NAM weather model, and we're going to go to Thursday night. That's our next chance for some snow. Thursday is the 11th. So I'm going to go here to 4 p.m. Thursday. Notice this system to our northwest. It is going to be tracking to the south and east. There's going to be a sharp cutoff, though. So as we watch this move our direction, here's what I'm thinking. As far as some light snow accumulations Thursday night, I would say from around, let's say, French Lick, south to like Lexington, in this zone right here, I think is our best potential for some light snow accumulations late Thursday night. Southwest of Louisville, I don't think much is going to be happening. So kind of a northeastern half of our area kind of deal for Thursday night. So let's watch that move into our area. As we move this down to, let's go 10 p.m. Thursday night. There we can see some of that snow moving into parts of southern Indiana, and it might transition to like light rain sprinkles for areas to the southwest that I just pointed out. All right, I'm going to go to, let's go to like 1 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning. Got this little wintry mix over the region. I'm going to jump ahead to, so Friday is the 12th. Let's go to 4 a.m. Friday morning. So there you can see that line. That's what's fun about forecasting the weather in Kentucky and southern Indiana, Kentucky. We've got that fine line between a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of freezing rain, a little sleet mixed in. That red would indicate that mixed bag of precipitation, and then snow on the northeastern side. So again, this is your Thursday late night into early Friday morning. So there might be some slick spots, especially east of Louisville as you head towards Lexington, up 71 northeast of Cincinnati, 65 north of Louisville up through southern Indiana. So that is, if you remember just a second ago, that's the same area I drew out from maybe Paoli, French Lick, south of Lexington, and then north, the best potential for some light snow happening Thursday late night. So we'll see if that has an impact on our Friday morning commute. Just kind of keep that one in mind for those areas right there. All right. Well, we'll go to 10 a.m. Friday morning. Still shows a little bit of this kind of little light wintry mix across the area, and then it should move out for our Friday afternoon, and we're left with cold, chilly weather as that little system moves out. Hey, where are you going to get a more long-winded, detailed forecast than this right here? We got all the time in the world. Okay, we're moving right along here. Let me go ahead and bring up the weather graphics once again. So that's our Thursday night. Now we're going to look ahead to Saturday night. The weather model's pretty much agreeing that another system could impact our area a little bit for, I'm sorry, for our Saturday night. I was just making sure everything's all right there. Okay, so jumping ahead here to the GFS weather model. We're going to look at cold, and we're going to look at wintry mix potential for this weekend with the GFS. By the way, the GFS also shows this snow potential here. This is for your Thursday night. So the model's agreeing on this snow chance late Thursday night. So Saturday is the 13th. So let's go to, we're going to Saturday afternoon here. Another little system just trying to develop with this cold air moving in. This doesn't look like it'll be a big deal as we head into our Saturday night. But we'll kind of watch how it develops. Right now, it just looks like a very light wintry mix possible Saturday night. The bigger story, I think, is going to be the dropping temperatures. See the cold air dropping in from the north. Look at these, minus 20s in Minnesota and North Dakota, and negative temperatures all the way into northern Illinois. Burr, B-triple-R, Burr. In fact, look at these numbers into 7 a.m. Sunday morning. If you're up around Indianapolis, north of I-70, that's negative numbers, around 0 for Indianapolis Sunday morning. A little better for us. We're looking at teen temperatures starting off our Sunday morning. Some of the coldest air we've had this season. Sunday. Going into Sunday afternoon, again, we're just on the edge of this Arctic air that is really brutal when you go up here, minus teens, minus 20s, minus 30s, minus 40s up north. We're, again, just kind of on the fringe of that as the jet stream dives south. This here is our Sunday afternoon, showing temperatures in the 20s and maybe just teens for areas off to the north here, even single digits. So that's Sunday afternoon. Brutal across the region. Why is that happening? Sometimes we like to look at the why. And that would be a dip in the jet stream once again, opening the door to that cold Canadian air. So this is the river of air up in the upper levels of the atmosphere, diving south. If I talk about it all year long, a trough fills in with cool air. And then look at this ridge out west. It is going to be warm out west. And so when you match this up with the Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day outlook, it'll match up with trough east and ridge out west. So there you go. Red out west means warmer than normal temperatures over Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and then colder than normal temperatures over the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, and the Northeast. Kind of a pattern that we're locked into right now, keeping us on the chilly side. Erica just joined and missed Thursday night information. What was the snow chance? So, yeah, Erica, we were just mapped that out, but it looks like right now, I would say from Paoli to near Louisville, south to Lexington, northeast, this area right here, our best chance for some very light snowfall accumulations into our Friday morning. So what we would watch is our Friday morning commute in southern Indiana And if you're up I-71 northeast of Louisville, 64 east of Louisville, snow chance. And then anywhere southwest of that line, looks like maybe a little bit of rain or nothing. So we're kind of divided in half our whole area, and the northeastern half has the best chance for some of this light snow for Thursday night. Not a major event by any means, but that's what we're looking at there. And Saturday night, maybe a little bit of a wintry mix as well. Okay, so that's our pattern that we're in right now. I can bring in as well the 8 to 14 day outlook. See if it'll pop in here. One more chug from Big Happy here. Same kind of deal. Cool over the northeastern half of the U.S. and very warm over the southwestern half of the United States. Now let's go back to the GFS weather model, and we're going to go long range here. We're going to go out on a limb. So that means it is time for good old Ben on a limb. All right, I'm going to go to next week. Okay, so all the way to next Tuesday, the 16th. And after we get done with the weather model data and the weather nerd portion of the show, we'll get back to your regular forecast. So the 16th afternoon, looks like it'll start to possibly get a little bit milder by that time. Let's see if we can get some data to load in here. Temperature, the 16th. Okay, so this is the 16th. Still a little bit on the chilly side. I'm going into the 17th, which will be a Wednesday next week. Getting closer to Christmas time. And a little bit mild, not as cold. It's showing maybe some 30s, 40s across the area. I would say probably 40s. What we're watching for is this yellow area. Is that going to start to slide our way? Can we get a decent warm up? Can Old Man Winter leave for a half second? So now we're going into the 18th. Still kind of this a similar weather pattern. I'm going to go to the 19th. I'm looking for big changes here in the long range, big color changes here. This is the 19th, a little bit milder. Got some 40s, maybe 50s, big warm up out west, showing some 70s out over the Great Plains. Let's go to the 20th. We're just on the fringe of this cold air that doesn't want to go away. So it just looks like some minor warm-ups. All right, I'm going to the 22nd of December. So you see, like we're just in the middle ground right here. Really cold north, warm off to the southwest. Might be kind of close to some normal temperatures off and on. All right, let me get rid of that. All right, we're going to go ahead to the 23rd of December. That looks a little bit warmer. Some 50s there. 70s to our southwest. Going to the 24th, we can go all the way out to Christmas Eve now with the 375-hour outlook. Looks fairly mild. Looks warm just to our west. Cold air kind of retreating to the north. So will a warm air win out as we head into our Christmas week? Big question marks on that. This is as far out as the GFS weather model goes. This is the 384-hour outlook. This is when Santa's flying around 1 a.m. into Christmas morning, and it shows some milder air around that time. Again, we'll see if that happens. I don't think it's going to be this cold all December. I think we'll get some minor warm-ups, some more cold shots. We're kind of playing the middle ground here. I mean, extreme cold north. We're cold, chilly, and then warm south into the west. And it's just a kind of a locked-in, baked-in weather pattern here for us with some minor fluctuations for the rest of this month. And we're nowhere near the coldest part of the year. Typically, the coldest part of the year is late January. Our snowiest months are January and February. So we've had a really early start to the winter season locking in. And we'll see where it goes. But that's a look at the long range there. And a cheers to you on a chilly Tuesday morning. But, boom, we got some sunshine. Finally around the area. As I mentioned, I might need to develop a big frowny cup with depending on how the weather is. We're going to get to your forecast recap here. And Orlean now getting that blue sky with 32 degrees there in Hodgenville. Thanks for that report there. Let's get to your forecast. I want to remind you guys, if you ever want to team up with us, we've been averaging about 2 million views per month over the last 28 days. And if you want any advertising, marketing solutions for your business, your organization, you can always reach out to me. Or if you just have a weather question, Ben at extolmag.com. NWSB, their food collection program for REACH, food program for kids, continues until the 15th. So for this week, you can still drop off needed items. That's canned food, non-perishable items, snacks, and dry cereals. And the Angel Tree program continues at Ivy Tech Community College in Sellersburg, right there at Fowl Hall. That's PFAU Hall. And you can grab one of those tags right there and help out a child in need. So this is going to be a child of a student at Ivy Tech. It's got all the sizes on there, the age of the child. You can take it to Ivy Cares right there and help out. What a sunrise we had this morning. Michaela Howard from Elizabethtown, Orlean Whitlow from Hodgenville, Mary Dale from Pekin, Robert Fisher from Madison, Indiana. Our weather headlines today: normal temperatures today and tomorrow morning in the 40s. Temperatures drop tomorrow afternoon. Breezy today, wind gusts around 20-25. Windy tomorrow, wind gusts around 30-35. Light rain late tonight into tomorrow morning. Could switch to some flurries tomorrow late afternoon into the evening time. Our stupid weather jokes of the day: what did the icy road say to the car? Want to go for a spin? Knock, knock, who's there? Icy, icy who? I see you. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frost bite. How many days until? 12 days until winter begins, 16 until Christmas, 89 until the time change, 101 until springtime. Our weather history for today, featuring a 1917 Ohio Valley blizzard, with Louisville getting over 16 inches of snow and temperatures down to 6 below and 50-mile-per-hour winds. On that day, Louisville set a record cold low temperature of 6 below for today's date, and a record cold high temperature of just 10 was the warmest it got back in 1917 on this day. And the NFL in 1934 had the sneakers game, the frozen field at Polo Grounds for the second NFL championship. Giants switched to sneakers because of the icy field and won 30-13. Our high today, 45 degrees. Some areas might be a little bit warmer. It's going to be breezy. The south wind helping to warm things up with some of that glorious sunshine that we see out there. And tonight, some light rain develops, a low of 40 degrees, so not as cold. South wind at 15-30. The winds continue to pick up, and it's going to be a breezy one tomorrow. And we'll start off in the 40s tomorrow morning and then drop into the 30s later in the afternoon. Light rain could switch to some flurries late day and into the evening time. No impact from that. The roads will be just fine. And then looking ahead, we've got a snow chance Thursday night into Friday morning. That snow chance is mainly for areas northeast of Louisville, parts of southern Indiana, up I-71 towards Cincinnati, maybe east down 64 towards Lexington, and then southwest of Louisville, it's looking like not much is going to be happening. So that's our Thursday night deal. Cold, 36 for your high Thursday, 42 Friday. And then Saturday night, a shot of cold air begins to drop in with maybe a light wintry mix with that, and down to 26 our high for Sunday, and down to the teens at nighttime. So it looks like we might get a quick shot of the coldest air of the season so far for Sunday, and then still chilly, but not as bad as we go Monday into next Tuesday. Nonetheless, a very, very cold. We haven't had a start to December this cold in a long time. I'm going to have to look up some climate data on that and see when the last time we've had a stretch this cold from Thanksgiving to today's date. And Lillian Lasley, have a wonderful day. Thanks for being a part of the show here this morning, Lillian, there from Grayson County, Kentucky. And I'm going to bring up a couple more things before we wrap it up here on a Tuesday. And Laura DeVore with a good morning. Thanks for popping in the comments and being with us and part of the weather family on our show this morning. Quick reminder as well, you've always got your resources right here at extolmag.com/weather. Bookmark it, and it's easy to get to. Thanks for liking or subscribing to our YouTube channel. Seeing more and more viewers there on YouTube, which is awesome. But doesn't matter where you watch from. And so right now, 33 degrees. You got your tabs here on the right side. You can see me clicking your daily forecast over the next 7 or 8 days. And Laura reporting some good news there in Valley Station with some sunshine popping out. Love it. Hourly forecast. So it's got some sunshine today, mid-40s and breezy. Our 7-day forecast, our weather story. I've included the weather jokes, the weather history, the weather countdown. And then you got your extra weather maps right there and all of that. And earlier this morning, we were clicking on the weather and traffic map, which is 511in.org, because there was an accident earlier this morning in Borden, and it looks like that is cleared up during our show. That accident was just after 9 o'clock. And if we switch this over to Trimark, looks like there's been a couple of hiccups in Louisville. We'll get this fired up here. So 264 approaching 64. So maybe that's caused by maintenance, some repair work. And then we've also got a slowdown on 71 South approaching Zorn, and then 264 approaching I-71 with maybe just some road work there as well. Popping up the camera. It's trying to load there, but it shows some heavy traffic there on 264 by Westport Road approaching I-71. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of construction there around 264 Brownsboro Road and Westport Road. All right, one last time, thank you to our partners here, Lyons Roofing, Lyons, family-owned right here in southern Indiana. They got you covered on both sides of the river throughout Metro Louisville. You can go to lyonsroofingco.com for free estimates. You can also learn more about their commercial services, residential, financial help. You can also take a look at where the company came from, where they're going on Facebook. Go to Lyons Roofing. You can see all the recent projects and a trusted company right here in our backyard. It's 812-294-3595 to learn more. Today is Tuesdays at the Tech. We talked about the Angel Tree program that continues for a few more days at the Ivy Tech Sellersburg campus, Ivy Tech Community College. You can go here online to learn more too. If you've got a sophomore, junior, senior in high school, make sure they know about the DC, the dual credit program, to get free college credits. But they've got dozens of 2-year certifications. You click on the different certifications, and you can see the median salary that you might start off with once you get the education here. They're going to meet you where you're at. They're going to make it accessible and as easy as possible to get things started. Maybe it's a career change, whatever it might be. Give them a shout, and you'll learn a lot more there at Ivy Tech Community College. There you can see the Ivy experience right there. Some of the video they have playing there. And then Michael Long, my insurance agent, my mom's insurance agent, has helped us out for probably a decade now. They've had price reductions. They can bundle and save you money that way. You can save with the app. You can save with student discounts. Find ways to save right here. And just tell Michael that I sent you for that quote. 812-578-3072. Go to amfam.com, and you can just search Michael Long, and it'll take you right to his page there. Finally, seeing a little bit of that sunshine. Enjoy that. We can use the shades here for a second today, and we make it into the 40s. Thawing out a little bit. After yesterday morning, we had a little bit of light snow. Another snow chance with some flurries tomorrow night. Thursday night, snow chance. Saturday night, a little bit of a snow chance. Cold weather pattern continues. Each day, we got plenty to talk about here. And the GFS weather model is starting to go out towards Christmas time. So we're going to talk all about that coming up tomorrow morning on our Hump Day edition of Ben at 10. So we'll see you then. Thanks for being part of the show. Thanks for liking or subscribing. again, just hitting the like button on whatever program you're watching helps out the algorithm, spread it out there. So thanks for being a part of the team this morning. And thanks for following, whether it's on my page, Meteorologist Ben Peine, Extol Weather on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube, and extolmag.com/weather on the World Wide Web. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place.